Hi. Hey, everybody. Oh my gosh, how's it going? Oh my god. Foxy, Ava, Minty, hello. Welcome back. And hello, Robert. Robert Fluff, and Fluffy, and Wub. Oh my god. Hello, everybody. Holy crap. How's everybody been? It's been a week. Oh my gosh. I've been dead for the last 2 or 3 weeks because I got burned to the crisp by the power by the concentrated power of the sun, as it were. So I had to I had to basically regrow my body. And so now here we are again. Back as we once were. How are you guys? Oh my gosh. Clings onto art and never lets him go again. Oh, Fluffy. Not very good, to be honest. I don't want to get into specifics. Don't want to ruin the mood. Oh, it's okay, Wub. If you need to, you can talk to us in the Discord. Yeah, you're always welcome to talk to us in the Discord. We'll listen. Everybody be extra sweet to Wub. Wub having a rough time. I've been working on a project I call Project Egg. Oh, Project Egg. Project Egg? What's Project Egg? I feel like I have to know now. Oh my gosh. Oh. My goodness. It's been so long, everybody. I'm not one to vent to others except close friends. Alright. That's okay, Wub. That's okay. If you just wanna hop in, just to hop in, that's alright. You don't even gotta say anything. That's all good. You're doing great, Wub. Finished chapter 1 and 2 like... Oh, finished chapter 1 like 2 days ago and I'm working on chapter 2? Ooh. Nice. Oh, I'm kind of excited to see what your project is, Minty. Ah, I'm super pumped to be back. Yeah. You're free to express your problems, Wub. We'll listen, but it's okay if you don't. The app is acting up. That's the Twitch mobile app, everybody. Always acting up. Ooh, I will save that for later. I will save that for later. I will open it up, and then I will save it for later. Because that's what I do with my tabs. I open them up to save them for later, and then try to get back to them. Gotcha. Alright. Ooh. Ooh. It's got the evolutions. Ah, they look cute. Alright. I will look at that later, Minty. Not going to watch it on stream. Well, because... Maybe next time. But for now, we should get back into the thick of it. The back end is still glitchy. And if you have to, you can watch it on YouTube. Because, by the way, everybody, I'm streaming on both Twitch and YouTube. If Twitch is acting up, hop on over to YouTube. It should be good, if not better. Ooh, hopefully. I don't know. Uh-oh. Oh, okay. I see. Okay. Let me see something. Let's lower the bit rate. Hopefully that fixed it. There we go. I hope that fixed it. We shall see. But for now, let's try to see if we can hop into the game. Ooh, yeah, we've had quite a few dropped frames in there. But that's okay. Should be fine for now. Let's get back into Slay the Princess. Except this time we're going to save the princess because whatever horrors you may find through these dark places, have heart and see them through. There are no premature endings, there are no wrong decisions, there are only fresh perspectives and new beginnings. This is a love story. It sure is. You wanna know why? Because as we go through this, we're going to try to save the princess.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Sure is. And it's a princess we're gonna try to save. I missed watching your streams. I know. I've been away for so long. I've missed streaming too.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Uh-huh. Be inquisitive.
I'm talking about the end of everything as we know it. No more birds, no more trees, and perhaps most problematically of all, no more people. You have to put an end to her.
How can a princess locked away in a basement end the world?
Don't linger on the specifics.
No.
You have a job to do here. Just get in there and do what needs to be done. We're all counting on you.
Why can't we have a femboy? Why can't we have a femboy instead of some girl? Why? Oh. I see what you're getting at, Minty.
Look, you're already on the path that leads to the cabin. Why would you be here if it weren't to complete a very important task? You've made it this far, you might as well reach the end of your journey.
Uh-huh. Have you considered maybe the only reason she's going to end the world is because she's locked up?
While I appreciate the mental exercise, we are running up against a bit of a ticking clock.
It's only a ticking clock because you're ticking the clock, mister. You're the only one that started the clock.
Nevertheless, let me assure you, the princess is locked up because she's dangerous. She is not dangerous
And boys
because
are
she's
better.
locked up. And before you decide to waste even more of our time by asking how I know that, let me suggest a more pragmatic lens through which to view this situation.
All my cords are getting stuck.
Causality doesn't matter here.
It does,
because
though.
the end result is the same no matter what led us up to this point. If the princess leaves the cabin, the world will end, and there is no changing that.
Bet.
It's no use arguing semantics over a metaphorical chicken or egg, because the egg is hatched and it's about to ruin everything.
Uh-huh.
Unless, of course, you do your job and slay her.
Seems kind of bad, though, doesn't it?
Does it? Are you a monarchist?
Maybe.
Is slaying a princess that much worse than slaying a fisherman or a miller or a seamstress? If anything, slaying a princess is much better than slaying a seamstress. Seamstresses contribute something of value to society.
Okay, first of all, that's a pretty subjective look at it. Because when you really think about it, like if you're thinking about a princess in like a kingdom setting, like they may not be the king and or queen, but they still have a very important job. The world hates us, so if we save her, we can get revenge on the world. We could. We very much could. I don't want to do this.
Are you serious? No, you have to do it.
I can sew, and I definitely contribute. Yeah, because there's a difference between doing the job and contributing to society versus, like, just doing it because you want to do it and make something neat. Because, like, you can make something useful, like a shirt or a scarf or some pants or what have you, like clothes and stuff, or like a blanket or some sheets or various other things. But also, you could just make an awkward looking plushie. Not that plushies don't have their uses, but like, you get my point. Like, you can make useless things that don't contribute anything. Where's our best boy, Coco? We still haven't gotten Coco yet. I'm sorry. Look, I'll go to the cabin and I'll talk to her. And if she's as bad as you say, then... If she's as bad as you say she is, then maybe I'll slay her. But I'm not committing to anything until I've had the chance to meet her face to face.
Then I guess we'll just have to see what happens. But a word of warning. If you go in prepared to hear her out, she could easily trap you in her web of lies. And the more you listen to her honeyed words, the harder it'll be to pull yourself out.
I appear to have invented a knife-wielding tentacle comes to mind. That is so funny, Wub. I love that. I love that reference so much. That's so good. Textile arts exist. That's true. It's been a month and still no Coco. I know. I really am trying. Because it's a matter of like finding a decent like avatar build for Coco, and then finding clothes for Coco, and then altering the textures for it to be Coco. It's a whole process. But rest assured, I will get you guys Coco. You guys will have Coco. We will have Coco at some point. Just not right now.
Then each and every one of us is doomed.
No, you are.
So sure, go, talk to her. See how that turns out for all of us.
Uh-huh.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them.
Yeah. Exactly, hero. Exactly, hero. Exactly, hero. Sorry, I peaked my mic right there because, like, I just had my world rocked over a simple concept as, you know, hero saves the princess.
Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
No, you don't. You friggin' jerk. Jerk narrator. I know, I'll wipe the mic.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
How about no? How about I just enter the basement?
The door to the
I probably
basement
should have
creaks
saved.
open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice softly carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
It's hypnotizing. It's the kind of voice you only have to hear once to remember it for the rest of your life. Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation. You're playing a dangerous game by coming here unarmed.
Gaslighting! I'm here to save you. Actually, hold on. Save. I'm here to save you.
How many times do I have to tell you how dangerous letting her out of here would be before it finally sinks in?
Maybe 50 more times. Never heard of Silenced? Yeah, it's a very, very good game. Attack gay army. Hell yeah. Sure.
Wait, really? You're here to rescue me? I was starting to think I'd be stuck down here forever. Come downstairs. I want to see the face of my rescuer.
'Tis I, the hero.
You
Hi.
walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement. She's beautiful. How could someone like this be a threat to anyone?
Yeah. By the way, if you haven't seen Silenced, you can go watch the playthrough on my channel. It should be up. If it's not, then just let me know and I'll put it up. I have a whole playlist for it. You can search for it.
I am begging you to stay focused. There's a lot riding on you here.
How about you shut up, narrator? Nobody likes you.
Hi. I can't believe you're here. I've been waiting for something like this to happen forever. I hope you brought something to deal with these chains.
Don't do it. If she gets out of those chains, we're all one step closer to the end.
The end, you say? I'll see what I can do.
You're only making this more difficult.
Shut up!
Thank you. Thank you.
You're making a huge mistake. No, you're doing the right thing.
Yeah,
Walk
we are.
up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs. Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
And if there isn't a key, do you have any other ideas? Or I'm going to check upstairs. Maybe the key's still lying around somewhere up there. If not, maybe I can at least find something to break you free. Let's go ahead and save. Yeah, we're already on page 5.
Okay. I'll be here. Good luck.
Oh, she's so sweet. Why have we killed her?
You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place. Is someone else here?
Try the door?
You try the door, but it's locked from the outside.
Hey, let me out of here.
Your shouts and pleas are met with silence. You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done.
Darn it.
You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd just taken the blade like you were supposed to.
Darn it. That's why we don't simp L. Doesn't she turn into a demon? She does if you kill her.
Easier for whom? Easier for everyone. Look at the mess you're in.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
Yeah, might be.
There's a slight panic rising in the princess's voice.
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
She barely hesitates before raising her arm to her mouth, her teeth tearing through her limb with the determination of a trapped wolf.
Darn it.
As she rips her flesh from her bone, a sound comes from behind you, the clang of bouncing metal. It's the blade from upstairs. You're not sure how it made its way down here, but if there's a time to strike, it's now. Or we could use it to free her. You won't like what happens if you do that.
Save the princess.
Fine. Against your better judgment,
no!
you
Why
place
that?
the blade against the ragged, self-inflicted wound on the princess's arm, just above the unyielding chain binding her to this place.
Ew! Oh, I hate it.
Into her flesh. The blade is sharp, and it takes little effort to crack through the bone of her arm. Her limb falls to the ground, and the heavy chains.
Oh, that's a terrible joke, Fluffy. Oh, what? Whoops. What the?
She didn't so much as utter a sound through the whole
Oh, I
ordeal.
didn't mean to save that screenshot. Oops.
No, she didn't. She smiles softly as her gaze meets yours, blood from her
She's so
wounded arm
cute.
dripping rhythmically to the ground.
I can't blur it out.
How is she still smiling after everything? It's like she isn't even bothered by what just happened.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
Approach the locked door. It'd be inappropriate to pat her with her own hand. Yes, actually.
We won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No, I can't just let her escape into the world. As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade.
No! No, stop!
Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that. Watch me.
No!
What are you doing?
No! Warn her.
Stop that.
Something's come over you, hasn't it? You know you don't have to do this, right?
I'm not trying to do this!
Your body
No!
leans forward, the
No!
blade held low, ready to sink into her heart.
No!
Princess dodges, stumbling back against the wall before the blade has a chance to connect.
Good.
Stop it. Stop trying to resist me. I'm trying to get you out of here alive.
No, you're not. You're trying to kill me. And her. Resist!
The blade. Move the blade.
No!
As
Resist!
your body remains frozen in stubborn resistance, the princess takes a cautious step forward.
No, don't step forward!
We both know this isn't you.
I know it's not.
She nervously reaches towards you and takes
Thank
the
you.
blade from your infuriatingly rigid hands. What are you doing?
Cheer up, crew cut. You taking notes?
I'm sorry. I'll try to be quick.
No, wait, what?
She plunges it into your chest, tearing through flesh and
No,
sinew.
darn it!
Is agony. But you aren't dead yet.
Oh no, I'm so sorry.
Stay strong. We can tough it out until it's done. For her sake. For her sake? Don't you start pretending that dying a painful death is some sort of heroic gesture. The two of you have literally doomed everyone.
Well, screw you, narrator.
Whatever. She sinks the blade into your chest again,
Ow.
and again,
Ow.
and again.
Ow.
And you feel every inch of burning pain that slices its
Ugh.
way into your body.
I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry.
Oh, no!
She doesn't know how to use a knife, does she? Apparently not. Though it doesn't matter how sloppy her knife work is, does it? A stab wound is still a stab wound, and it Won't be long before you bleed out.
Yeah, this sucks. Ow.
I'm so sorry.
With one
Ouch.
last thrust of the knife, your legs give out beneath you. You collapse to the floor, your blood pooling around you, your limbs unresponsive. The princess stares down at your ruined chest as tears carve rivulets of pink down her blood-spattered cheeks. It can't just end like this, right? Oh, that's rich coming from you. As much as I'd prefer for things to
She
have gone
looks so
differently, I
sad.
can't deny the reality of what's happened. The two of you made your choice. It's over.
She's so sad. I'm so sorry.
Everything goes dark, and you die.
Darn it. The damsel.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
How about no? Okay, no.
Oh, don't you start grandstanding about morals. The fate of the world is at risk right now, and the life of a mere princess shouldn't stop you from saving us all. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. Yes, he didn't approve of us last time, did he? If we're going to save our beloved, we'll have to be sneaky about it.
Voice of the smitten. Oh my gosh. She doesn't look like she hasn't eaten in so... When did she last eat? I don't know.
Our beloved? Yes, you'll have to be very sneaky about your intentions if you're going to try and save the princess. Ah, so all of the cards are on the table. Then you should know that we and the princess are in love, and the four of us will be foiling any and all assassination attempts you've got in the works.
Yep.
We'll see about that. Whatever you do, just be sure to ignore him specifically. It sounds like he's the sort who'd sacrifice the whole world for a peck on the cheek.
Yeah.
What can I say? A world without love is a world that isn't worth saving.
Okay, Romeo, you need to calm down. You're at an 11. You need to bring it down to like a 6 or a 5. Let's assume I'm telling the truth and all of this really did already happen. Why should I listen to you, and why should I bother doing anything?
Those are two very different questions, but fine, I'll indulge you if that's what it takes to get you moving. Let's say for a moment that this really is the second time you've met me, or at least a version of me. If you're back here, I'm assuming you died, which probably only happened
I died.
because you didn't listen to me.
I died so bad.
You were the one who did us in, villain. Well, not you in the literal sense, but you did everything you could to stop us from rescuing her.
You're the one who did us in, you villain! He's got a flair for the theatrics, this guy.
Oh, I wonder why. Maybe it's because the entire world was at stake. No lone princess is worth that price. I beg to differ. I'm not going to argue with you. I'm just going to take a deep breath and assume that whoever is making the decisions here has the common sense to ignore your protestations. Anyway, I believe your second question was, what's the point of doing anything? If you're asking that, it sounds
Shut
to
up.
me like you're making the rather dangerous assumption that your actions last time around didn't have any
We
consequences.
die, we die. No second chances. Yep.
What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. You forced the princess to kill us, and now everyone's right back where they started. That sounds pretty consequence-free to me. Yes, but in this purely hypothetical scenario, that begs the question of how you got back here. Did time simply rewind itself, or were you instead transported to a different world entirely? If it's the latter, what do you think happened after you died? Do you think the people there lived happily ever after? Or do you think that the princess, left unhindered, brought about the end to everyone and everything, just like I told you she would? She would never. She's a perfect angel that you cruelly imprisoned as part of some convoluted, dastardly scheme. Convoluted? I don't know how this premise could be any more simple. Princess bad, stop her, save everyone.
Or narrator bad, stop him, save the princess. I'm gonna find a way to save her from that cabin.
That's right, you can't stop all of us. We're going to sweep her off her feet if it's the last thing anyone does. Are these really the sorts of people you'd like to align yourself with?
Yes.
You're not at the cabin yet. You still have plenty of time to reflect on the situation. I just hope for all our sakes that you make the right call.
Alright, let's proceed to the cabin.
A warning before you go any further.
Bro sounds like a Night Watch soldier in Fight Night. Nice. Hey, Flair. What's up? Why are you a lion now? Wait, if you're a guy and you like tomboys, does that make you gays? Does that mean liking femboys is... No, liking a tomboy is still straight. Liking a femboy is still gay.
She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says. We already told you we're not playing along with your little game. It's your lies that can't be trusted. Her beauty is the only thing in the world we can believe in. I think we've already been over this. I'm pretty sure he just likes the sound of his own voice.
Yes. Also, Flair, it's a little bit embarrassing, but yes. I'm pretty sure I did, though. I just didn't notice that you were, what was this one? What was that Pokemon? What's that Pokemon? What are you? A Pyroar. That's right. Personality over beauty, by the way. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely, 100%. That's how I got with my girlfriend. Like, she is very pretty. But, like, we definitely, like, met over personality and grew to love each other for that instead of, you know, physical attraction. It's Pikachu. It's Clefairy. I'm not forgetting about Flair. I'm not.
I do, but I also speak from the heart. My passions are too great to be stifled. They must be expressed.
Okay, calm down.
Sure, yeah, your passions are strong and all, but not everyone needs to hear them. Some things are better kept quiet.
That's a fair statement. That's a fair statement, just in general. Your passions are strong and all, but not everybody needs to hear them.
Don't pay their bickering any mind. Focus on the task ahead.
Proceed into the cabin.
The interior of the cabin is clean and elegant, its stone walls draped in fine threaded tapestries, a prison befitting a royal prisoner. The only furniture of note is an ornate wooden table with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Put the mirror on the wall.
That's because there isn't a mirror. There's a table, the blade sitting on the table, and the door to the basement. There's nothing else in here. There's definitely a mirror. There isn't. I'm sure the princess would tell us there was a mirror if she were up here.
Sure.
In which case she'd be lying to you because, again, there isn't a mirror.
I want to look at myself. I want to see how handsome I am.
That's a great idea. We have to make sure we're looking our best before we save her.
Correct, sir.
We shouldn't waste time preening. If he is lying about the mirror, it might be important.
puffs out its fur collar to cool down its body temperature, which can reach over 1,650 degrees Fahrenheit. Inhaled air is carried to its flame sac, heated and exhaled as fire that reaches over 3,000 degrees Fahrenheit. Yes, you are, Flare. You are way too hot. You need to cool down. Don't want to intrude, but I feel like you'd have a different outcome if you ignored the mirror in future attempts. Really? You think so, Wood?
I'm not lying to you. Use your eyes. There is no mirror. Why would I lie about something so meaningless?
This whole cabin is different than last time.
Very different.
Is it? I can't say I was paying much attention to the scenery last time around.
Maybe that's because you haven't actually been here. I hope this means you'll finally drop that ridiculous past life nonsense. You haven't died, and you certainly haven't been killed by the princess.
Oh, there isn't? Oh.
So focus up. Stop letting yourself get distracted.
That would be a pretty interesting thing. Where, like, you'll get a different outcome if you ignore the mirror. That'd be interesting. I'm still gonna look at the mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. This really isn't funny. You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now.
Yeah. It's also hilarious. Well, maybe not hilarious, but it's rather telling that we have the monster hand.
But it was there a second ago, and now it's gone. Pity. We could have a feather out of place, and now we'll never know. We can't gallantly sweep her off her feet if we have a feather out of place.
My God, man. I do love walls. I love walls. Do great walls. Let's take the blade.
You take the blade from the table. It will be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
I forgot to save again.
I suppose if we're to play the role of dashing knight, we need an equally dashing sword. That way she'll know we can defend her from her enemies.
Correct, sir.
Hopefully it doesn't put her on edge, and hopefully it doesn't get turned on us again.
That would suck.
There's no use arguing over motivations right now. It's good that you took the blade. You'll need it to do your job.
The wall
The door
is
to the
certainly
basement
made out of wall.
creaks open, revealing an intricate stairwell. Gold-trimmed carpet glimmers in the light of the torches positioned along the walls. The basement almost seems welcoming in the dim firelight.
Yes, this wall is very wall-like.
But it's still a stone basement. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. A soft voice carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
Her voice. It's somehow even more beautiful than last time. I can hear wedding bells already.
Shut up, dude.
I've held my tongue till now, but you're taking this a little too far. We barely even know the princess. We can still do right by her without all this over-the-top fawning.
Yes, for everyone's sake, you're not in love. Just remember that her charms are all part of the manipulation. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess.
She's actually even prettier.
There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall.
My love, we're here to rescue you from your unjust and foul imprisonment.
You know she can't hear you, right?
She may not be able to hear my words, but surely she can hear my spirit.
Oh, your spirit's plenty loud, all right.
It's you, my dashing hero.
Yeah.
I was so worried you wouldn't come back.
Did you hear that? She said we're dashing.
Yeah, buddy!
And she called us a hero. Flattery really goes a long way with the two of you, doesn't it?
Hey, shut up.
Waiting for you to come back. I didn't want to believe your ravings back in the woods, but this is next to incontrovertible evidence. You've been here before.
Yes. Yes, I think we're on the right track.
That's right, villain. And you killed us. Well, she killed us. Only because he made us try and kill her. It was self-defense. Our beloved's hands remain unstained by cruelty.
And you've died before. So an entire world has been damned to oblivion. I'd really hoped I'd be the first, but what's done is done. What matters is you have a chance to do it right this time.
That you are correct in. And by doing that right, we're gonna free her, number one. Number two, we're gonna throw this knife out that window and then just like hop our way to safety or something. Why do I always take the word dashing literally? Dash mask.
Now, hold on. If she actually ended a world,
Dasher Master.
Are you sure we want to do this? Are you sure we want to rescue her? We never saw a world end, and now I'm even more certain that we must chase our heroic and romantic destiny than I've ever been. I shan't let anyone convince us otherwise.
Yeah.
Are you listening to him? He's lost it. Don't let him distract you. Just do your job.
Rescue the princess. But first we save. You killed me last time and it hurt a lot. Why'd you do that?
I'm sorry. Didn't you want me to?
Did we? We warned her of the cruel forces seizing our body. That's practically telling her to kill us.
I mean...
She is our beloved, and she made the choice to free us of our misery, to show us mercy and make the best decision for everyone.
When I hear the term dashing knight, I imagine the knight in question's freaking zooming around the room like he's using the trickster style. Oh, that's very funny, actually. I didn't even think about that. It's like he's the Flash, and he's just like... Oh. Shut up, Smitten, or should I say simp? Voice of the simp.
She made the best decision for her. Don't be so quick to assign kindness. You're just opening yourself up to manipulation.
I mean, that's fair, I guess. Do I have to cut you out again? I really didn't care for that last time.
I'm okay with whatever you come up with. You can cut my arm off again.
No, I don't want to. No, that was really nasty.
We won't be laying a finger on her perfect wrists, and indeed, we won't even have to. Do you see how dainty her hands are? We'll be able to slip her right out with no harm done.
What? No, she's a prisoner here. You can't just slip her hand through the chains. Why are you two arguing over the logistics of slipping her hand out of her shackles? She just said she'd be okay with any idea we came up with. Am I the only one here who thinks that's weird?
Yeah. You're technically already doing that in Fight Night when you equip the Gambling Gunslinger gauntlets. Fight Night is a good game, by the way. Huh. I don't know. I've never played it. I've never even heard of Fight Night. Excuse me. I'll have to check it out sometime. Just realized that chain is smaller than last time. I was wondering that. Because, like, the last time it was covering a little more of her forearm. But this might also be just, like, artistic license. Maybe.
She didn't care last time. Why should she care this time? That's our stoic, smiling angel.
Minty, are you Hawk now?
No, you're right. It's extremely bizarre behavior and further evidence that she's a monster who's not to be trusted. So go ahead and slay her.
What happened after I died?
You died, and now we're talking.
I mean, it's not what I meant, but whatever. But before we started talking, did the world end? Did you end the world?
I don't know. Was I supposed to have ended the world? Would that have made you happy?
No.
Isn't that just like our darling princess? She wants to make us happy. My heart melts further with every word that passes through her beautiful lips.
Simp, you're gonna have to calm down. Well, Mike Hawk, welcome. And I hope you're enjoying the stream. Excuse me. Ugh. And the window to the cell had bars on it. Yeah. Well, every time we restart the cycle, I guess you could say, it's always going to be a tad different. Like when she was a demon, it was a literal like stone dungeon, not like this, and like it was literally like going into the den of an actual monster. And when she was like this chimera thing, like it was a bigger room and there was like vegetation and stuff. Yeah. There's excuse me. There's various different like rooms where the princess will be in. What's next, a femboy? I don't know, maybe. It's possible. Fight Knight is a dungeon crawler where the main character is a knight touched by a curse that destroys every weapon he touches. So his only way of fighting is to beat the crap out of everyone. That's awesome. With his bare hands. God, I need to play Fight Knight. That sounds funny.
Are you listening to her? That's a confession.
No, I don't want to end the world. I have no feelings one way or the other about the world ending. Honestly, the world sucks. People are playing, and I hope you brought a slow and painful road to the ball. No. I don't want to end the world.
Then I didn't end the world.
Okay, that might be a little bit of manipulation right in there.
See? She didn't confess anything. She is innocence itself. Not so sure.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm with the hero on this one. I'm sorry about what happened last time. The narrator who sent me here to kill you took over my body. It was extremely unfair.
If another version of me was pushed to such drastic action, it was for good reason.
Shut up.
That's okay. You were just doing your best, and that's all that matters.
She took that in stride. To a surprising extent. An almost unsettling extent, actually.
Yeah. She's way over-supportive about us.
That's because she's perfect.
No.
Do you think she has someone like him telling her what to do? She doesn't. There's no one else like me.
There's only me, and there's only one.
I think he's right, because I like it better if she doesn't have some horrid little voice like him, always trying to drive her to violence.
That would suck. Alright. Save. Rescue the princess.
No. I can't let you do that. If you take another step towards the princess, I'll... Yes.
Oh, whoops. Hold up. Load. I missed it. Rescue the princess.
I can't let you do that. If you take another step towards the princess, I'll... You're what? Take over our body and force us to try and kill her? Yes.
You jerk.
Not on my watch, villain. My passions contain titanic depths, and if you try anything that might harm our dearest, I will end our life without a second thought.
No. Maybe don't do that.
You wouldn't.
I would.
I'd listen to him if I were you. He has a lot of strong feelings. And doesn't the world end if we don't stop her?
Oh.
You approach the princess and gingerly slide her hand from her bindings. That shouldn't have worked. I'll be damned. We're doomed.
Huh. I guess it did work. Just slid right off. Mochi and Turtles. Yes, we're trying to save the lady, Mochi.
I can't believe it. But I guess I have to.
Yeah, I guess so.
I told you, there's no life more worth living than that of a true believer.
I'm free, and you're not trying to kill me this time. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yeah. She's a lot more like fairy tale princess this time around. Like she was a regular princess last time who was locked in a tower, but now she's like fairy tale princess locked in a tower. Not gonna lie, Fight Night is a very streamable game. It's engaging, challenging, and for the most part hilarious. I'll look into it afterwards, Wub. Thank you for bringing it to my
Princess
attention.
jumps up and smothers you in a joyful embrace.
Oh.
Ugh.
Aw, yay.
Are you sure you want to do this? Just one slip of the wrist and your pristine blade is buried in her back, and everyone out there is saved.
No.
Is that a threat?
You know what we'll do if you try it.
You're going to regret this.
What do we do now?
We leave. And what do you want to do?
Let me guess. End the world?
Spoken with the rank cynicism of someone who has never felt love in his heart.
What's wrong, narrator? Mommy and Daddy didn't love you enough as a child?
I don't actually
That's really
know.
mean, I'm sorry.
Nobody's ever asked me what I wanted before.
She doesn't even know what she wants. You may have had her all wrong. What if this whole thing is just a misunderstanding? What if she doesn't want to end the world? You're so gullible. Is the only thing you've ever doubted the actual truth?
I think I want to leave. And I think...
The princess closes her eyes in deep reflection.
Who needs love when you can have blood? I don't know, Minty. Love is pretty cool.
And then she shrugs.
I don't know. What do you want to do?
Something is right here. I'm sorry. Slay the princess. No! Save, though. Flare, not to you too! Now I can go burn myself in 3,000 degree heat. No! That's bad. Well, there must be something you want.
I just want to make you happy.
Well,
She can't just want to make us happy.
It makes sense to me. That's all I want for her, so of course she'd want the same for us.
what happened to the music? I don't like it. Well, what would make you happy?
I just want to make you happy.
Is she broken? What's going on? What's going on is she's lying to you, only she isn't a good liar. Are you starting to trust me now?
Oh yeah, her eyes are getting bigger too. What the heck? The art style is changing. You have something more than just making me... You have to want something more than just making me happy.
Okay, I'll find something else to want if that makes you happy.
Oh my gosh.
This isn't right. I don't know what's going on, but this isn't right. I fail to see the problem here. She's just sweet on us. You don't have to act like it's a big deal.
I want you to make me unhappy. I want you to tell me what you want.
I just want to make you happy.
Is it just me, or does it feel like we're alone right now? Like we're the only ones here?
Ah, dang it, no! This isn't what I wanted. No joke, the concept of a seemingly evil being who actually finds the world nice and doesn't want to destroy it sounds like a premise for a very emotional story. Plus, Luca's too innocent to just want to
Are you
make
lost?
us happy. I don't know. Am I lost? Probably. You don't get the chance to ask another question, nor will you ever. It's time for you to leave. Memory returns.
No. She was our perfect match. She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And is that a mirror? Why is it here? Why now?
It's gonna be okay. Just trust me. We've been here before. And you always get scared.
But it feels so bad. Like looking into it right now is going to be the end of everything. Yes. I fear that we won't like what we'll see. What if we just sit here and preen for a while? That can't hurt, right?
It's not the end. Whatever's on the other side is gonna be nice.
Okay. If you say so. We'll trust you. She'll be there waiting for us. I just know it.
Approach the mirror. We're gonna look worse, aren't we? Gaze into your reflection. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. Oh my god. You've unraveled the remains. I got an achievement for that. You find yourself in the long quiet once again. Proceed to the cabin. You're at the cabin. Oops. Approach her.
There's a world beyond the endless walls of the long quiet. I am curious to see what it means for us to know it.
Do you think there are other people out there?
It doesn't matter if there are. People are too small for us. You and I are the only things that interest me.
Feathery arms. Yeah, no, they're just arms. Like the narrator is gone, I think. Yeah. Like once when we enter the long quiet and the world unravels, like the narrator is gone, and when we touch the mirror, the voices go away as well. And then it's just me and Big Sister over here. I think that's her name, if I remember correctly. Big Sis. I don't know. Do you think that anything is real out there? Do you think that we're real? Also, it's really existential over here.
We are real. Nothing is an idea that dwells in the absence of something. But nothing cannot exist on its own. And because of that, nothing can't exist.
Huh. Interesting. Hey Xira, welcome back. Yeah, we tried to save the princess, didn't go well. Do you have any thoughts on this vessel?
This one is soft and delicate. You molded her to love you, and she'll make for a gentle heart.
I don't like that. I don't
Do
like
not
that.
mourn her. She has served her purpose.
Do you know what's going to happen when you awaken?
If I did, I would already be awake.
When you send me back, I'm not alone. There are voices that speak to me. Some of them are me, but some of them are... but one of them is something else. I call him the narrator. and he wants me to kill you. Do you have a narrator? Have the vessels had one?
No, their minds are empty, existent, but constantly shifting into something new. Do you think your narrator lives in the spaces beyond?
Maybe? I don't know. He does. I don't know why, but I know this for a fact. He does. I don't know what I'm going to do when I find him. He does, and when I find him, you and I are finally going to have answers. He does, and when I find him, I'm going to kill him. He does, but you're going to keep that to yourself. He does, and when I find him, you and I are going to finally have answers.
Do not look to one who fears me for your truth. The only answers worth knowing are those we can find within ourselves.
How many more vessels do I need to bring you?
1. Whatever you bring me next will be enough, and then gravity will pull the others back to me. I will be singular, a final multitude.
This is the last time. Is there anything you would like me to bring you?
These gifts are a conversation, and each one shows me the contours of your heart. The only thing I want to see is what you choose for me when the thread is fully drawn.
If this is the last stage before your completion, then I'm not going back. I'm just gonna stay here.
You've already tried waiting, but I understand if you need more time. I'll wait with you.
There is no waiting forever. I'm ready to go back. But first to be safe, just in case. I'm ready to go back.
The next time I see you, each of us will finally know what we are.
I would like to know that.
I will be here, waiting for you.
Everything goes dark, and you die. A little late for this stream. It's okay, Mochi. On our marks, so don't forget to hydrate, everyone. Yeah, everybody hydrate.
So many dumb ways to die.
Yes, howdy to you too, Xira. Why is this a certain answer? I don't know. He does. Why do we know this? Because he just does? I don't know. Starting to come up with theories that the narrator is the real villain here. He almost definitely is. Chapter 1, The Hero and the Princess. The idealized vessel. Bring the
You're
deconstructed
on a path
vessel
in the
to
woods,
her.
and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world. I'm talking about... Don't... Look. While... Does...
I'm just gonna skip through most of this. I'm not doing this. We'll go to the cabin and talk to her.
Then I guess we'll just have...
Proceed into the cabin. Save. Take the blade.
You take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess and save the world without it.
Okay. We'll try and save her with the blade instead of not going in without the... Yeah, whatever. Enter the basement.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
Here we go again, ×4. I think this might be times... No, it is ×4. Yeah, it actually is. Because... Yeah, it is. This is the 4th or 5th time we've tried to save her. In a particular run. Is there a way you can free her without saying a word? No, not really, methinks. I don't know. I would not know. There's a lot of routes to go down.
Her voice carries up the stairs.
Who's there?
She sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
Continue down the stairs.
Good. You're still listening to reason. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world?
Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
Nuh-uh. I'm just here to talk. Actually, I will save. Save!
Then why did you bring a knife with you? How about you drop it, and then we can chat?
She makes a compelling point. What if we just dropped the blade and talked? Look at her. It's not like she's a threat. Don't you dare. It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster. Killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us.
Yeah, it's not very becoming of a hero. Drop it.
The blade tumbles out of your trembling hands and drops to the floor with an unceremonious clang.
Thank you. Maybe now we can just talk.
Against your better judgment, you step forward to speak with the princess face to face. Unarmed. We'll be fine. I don't know what you're hoping to accomplish here, but I can assure you there's no reasoning with her. Just make sure you don't forget about the blade on the floor. You're going to need it.
So here we are. What an awkward start to a relationship.
Yeah, it's pretty awkward.
I know. I just said that. Now why are you here to kill me?
I've been told things, but I'm not sure what to believe.
Believe me.
And do you think asking me what to believe is going to suddenly make everything crystal clear? Let's not pretend that's going to happen. As far as you're concerned, and as far as they're concerned, I'm going to say whatever I have to get out of here. That's just the dynamic of our situation.
How long have you been down here?
Too long.
Note the lack of detail. You can't trust her.
What's your name?
She hesitates before answering.
You can address me as Your Royal Highness, or Her Majesty. Any honorific should do, really.
So what's 1 + 1? God. Hero is doing his best to do the right thing. Absolutely.
Again, she offers no specifics. No matter how hard you try, you'll never get a straight answer out of her.
Well, yeah, we just came down here with a knife. What did you expect? There's people out there who think you're going to end the world. What do you have to say about that?
Don't just tell her that.
Is that why they threw me down here? But I don't want to hurt anyone. I like the world, I think.
Yeah, I don't like that smile.
I don't remember much about it, to be honest.
I've been down here a long time.
We like knives? Oh my
Just
god.
how long has she been down here?
If I'm supposed to be capable of ending the world, then how did I wind up here, chained to a wall? Have they told you why I'm allegedly so dangerous?
Save. No, but I'm sure they have their reasons for keeping that information secret from me. Remain silent. No, and if I'm being honest, I'm more inclined to trust you than I'm inclined to trust them.
Sooner or later, you'll understand that I have your best
I
interests
trust
at
you
heart.
more than I trust the narrator.
Hopefully sooner.
How sweet. Now be a pal and help me get out of here, would you? We could figure out how to deal with them after I'm free.
I'll see what I can do.
You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
I'm guessing you don't have the key.
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs. Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
I'm gonna save again. If there isn't a key, do you have any ideas?
Well, you do have that big, sharp knife. You could always cut me out of here.
She speaks with almost complete nonchalance. If we were stuck down here for long enough, I'm sure we'd be nonchalant about cutting our way out. Anything to finally be free.
True. Her eyeshadow, I'm running if I see that.
You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place. Is someone else here?
Let me out of here.
Your shouts and pleas are met with silence. You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done.
Try the
You
door.
try the door, but it's locked from the outside. I'll repeat myself once again. You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done.
If I was gonna die in that situation, I would tell her, wait, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Turn to the bottom of the stairs.
You make your way back to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd simply slain her like you were supposed to. Easier for whom? Easier for everyone.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
Yeah.
The knife. Pick it up and cut me out of here.
You won't like what happens if you do that.
Save again. Save the princess.
Against your better judgment,
Why?
you place the blade against the princess's arm, just above the massive, unyielding chain. You cut into her flesh.
I hate it. I
The
hate
blade
it.
is sharp, and you make quick work of it. Before long, you're able to crack through bone, and she pulls the bleeding stub of her arm through the iron gauntlet. She didn't so much as utter a sound. Free from her bindings, the princess turns to face you, her fierce gaze meeting your eye. How is she so composed after losing an arm? It's like she isn't even bothered by it.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
Approach the locked
We
door.
won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No, I just can't let her escape into the world. As the princess approaches
dang
the
it, here we
bottom
go
stair,
again.
your body steps forward and raises the blade. Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that. Watch me.
Warn her.
Stop that.
I thought this was a little too easy.
Your body lunges forward to sink the blade into her back, but the princess swiftly moves out of the way before you can connect. Stop it. Stop resisting me. I am trying to get you out of here alive.
Resist!
The blade. Move the blade.
You're doing your best to help me, aren't you? I can see the conflict in your eyes. I'll make this quick.
Darn it!
She steps forward and pries the blade from your rigid hands.
Maybe I'll see you in another life.
And then she slits your throat with an almost clinical ease.
Darn it!
Her face remains unchanged
I
as she
can't
watches you
win!
collapse to the ground, blood flowing from your butchered neck. This is the end, isn't it? I'm afraid it is. Everything goes dark, and you die. I hope it was worth it.
I can't win! Even when I try to save her, I can't! Well, when I save her, I die anyway. Chapter 2, The Prisoner.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
You actually can, I looked it up.
You're here to slay her. If you don't,
I don't
it will be
know,
the
I didn't
end
look
of the
anything up.
world. A terrible sense of deja vu. No, you don't have that. This is the first time either of us have been here.
I'll let the narrator step on Legos. Dude, me too, Zero. I'm trying so hard to save this princess, and I just can't. Well, I can't save both of us. I can either save her or myself. Well, even then, I can't even save myself because I die in the process anyway. Now for a tiny memorial for Art till the end of time.
Don't forget what he did to us the last time around. I wouldn't trust a word out of his mouth. There's got to be a way out of here, for us and for the princess. We just have to keep trying.
The skeptic? Yeah. So it was the smitten last time, and now it's the skeptic. Because the smitten was, we went down to the basement without the knife. And this time, we had the voice of the skeptic because we went down to try and save the princess with the knife. Just say you're making progress if you're still experiencing new scenes. Yeah. Well, I'm trying to save the princess. I'm not trying to give Big Sister, or whatever her name is, like, more bodies. Well, like, it's a lot of dead art bodies. Yeah, dude, I've been melted, stabbed, then stabbed again, and then... Ugh. And then confused to death, and then all different kinds of stuff. That's not good. Here we go again, times 4.2. And the narrator intervened that time, so he cheated. Yeah, he cheated twice. Because we were trying to leave with the princess.
I'm inclined to agree. If he doesn't remember what happened last time, maybe it's best to keep it that way. You know I can hear you two, right? It's going to be a lot harder than you think to keep secrets from me. And as far as trying to help her goes, need I remind you how catastrophically dangerous she is to the world at large? I told you about the stakes of this situation less than a minute ago.
It's more than just deja vu, though. Pretty sure this whole thing really just happened.
We could go back and forth on this forever, and it won't get you any closer to doing your job and saving the world. So let's just agree to disagree.
Let's assume I'm telling the truth and all this really did happen. Why should I listen to you, and why should I bother doing anything?
Those are two very different questions, but fine, I'll indulge you if that's what it takes to get you moving.
Thank goodness I can use baking to look away from the yucky stuff. Dude, I wish I had baking to look away from the yucky stuff.
Let's say for a moment that this really is the second time you've met me, or or at least a version of me. If you're back here, I'm assuming you died, which probably only happened because you didn't listen to me. The absolute irony. Well, that's one way to put it, I guess. You really don't remember what happened last time, do you? You practically forced the princess to kill us. That doesn't sound like the sort of thing I'd do, which is honestly all the more reason for you to not buy into whatever
That
self-delusions
doesn't sound like the sort of
three
thing
you're
I'd do.
crafting.
Freaking gaslighter.
But this is a thought experiment, so I suppose I'll continue to give you the benefit of the doubt. If I did practically force the princess to kill you, it was probably for a good reason. Did you try and free her? Did you say something really mean to me? Because if I really did what you said I did, you probably deserved it. I'm a professional, after all.
Put him in the bin. Seriously. Put this narrator in the bin. He sucks.
Sure you are. Anyway, I believe your second question was, what's the point of doing anything? If you're asking that, it sounds to me like you're making the rather dangerous assumption that your actions last time around didn't have any consequences. What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. You forced the princess to kill us and now everyone's right back where they started. That sounds pretty consequence-free to me. Yes, but in this purely hypothetical scenario, that begs the question of how you got back here. Did time simply rewind itself, or were you instead transported to a different world entirely?
Most, if not all of us, want to do this to the narrator. Oh boy. What's this? Alright, one sec, I'm opening up Opera. Just to check it out. Alright, I'm just gonna... Just from the sound, I'm pretty sure you already know what it is, but I'm gonna show you anyway, because it's funny. Oh hey look, I'm live. That's really funny. Anyway. Put him through me and Minty's torture. Oh my god. Still love narrator as the failure he is. I don't know. He's pretty funny though.
If it's the latter, what do you think happened after you died?
The world reset.
Do you think the people there lived happily ever after? Or do you think that the princess, left unhindered, brought about the end to everyone and everything, just like I told you she would? What a conveniently ambiguous group of things for her to ruin. For all we know, the princess left the cabin and never saw another soul.
Probably. You don't know. We don't know.
Oh, how I wish that were the case, but if the princess weren't a certain, inevitable threat to the world, the four of us wouldn't be here. And yet, here we are.
4 of us? Okay, so he's aware... The narrator is aware of me, the player, the hero, or the voice of the hero, and the voice of the skeptic, as well as himself. Huh.
You're talking in circles. No, I'm talking in facts.
Let's talk about this princess.
Just be quick about it.
The only reason she was even able to kill me last time was because I let her, and all that she did was slit my throat. How's she supposed to end the world?
She just can. Believe me, I wish I could tell you
What
more.
is she,
You'll
the
just
four
have to
horsemen
trust
of the
that what I'm
apocalypse?
saying is true, and that, despite it all, you're fully up to the task that's been given to you. You haven't given us an ounce of proof. You do know that, right?
Yeah.
What proof could you possibly ask for? Literally anything. Fine. Check your pockets.
Why check my pockets? How about no? How about I leave my pockets unchecked? I'm gonna save.
You put your hands in your pockets and pull out an envelope with the words, "The Evidence," written across the front. Within
Princess
You
will
find
end the
a
world
note
if you
in
don't
your
stop her. This is an immutable
reads,
truth.
The princess will end the world if you don't stop her. This is an immutable truth.
No way! What's your source? My source is trust me, bro. Trust me, bro. I am a truth teller. Alright? Because I am the narrator. I'm talking in facts. Stop the cap, narrator. Gonna give that to my boss to see what happens when I want vacation time.
That doesn't prove anything. How do we know you didn't just forge our handwriting? I wish I could tell you more, but there are some rules I have to follow for all our sakes. Please just trust that these rules are in place for a reason. I'm on your side. You mean you're on our side as long as we do what you tell us to? Exactly. Because you not doing what I tell you to do means you're putting the world at risk. I think we've got everything out of him we're gonna get.
Who locked her in the basement? What is this place? What is this place?
People
Seriously.
locked her in that basement, and I told you what this place is. It's a path in the woods. Don't overcomplicate things.
No, I feel like things need to be a little bit more complicated. My credentials, it be how it be. If people locked her away, why couldn't they slay her? Why is this falling on me?
Look, I'm not supposed to say this, but it's because you're special.
I don't
You're
believe
the
it.
only person capable of doing this.
I'm not that special.
Call it a
I'm just a
prophecy,
dude.
if that helps. But it's just the way things are. Oh, I didn't know we were special.
Well, we're special, but not in the way that the narrator thinks we're special.
Of course you're special. Why else would you be here? Yes, right. We're here because we're special. Look, you're annoyed that you're here. I get it. I'm also annoyed that I'm here. But we're all in this together, and we're dealing with a bit of a ticking clock right now, so please just get to the cabin.
Who am I? Who am I? What am I even saying that? What am I even saying? I'm the random idiot of this chat. Minty. Just a dude with scaly hands and feathers and white glowing eyes. Dude, there's so much gaslighting. Number one. Number two, we're literally Hal from Howl's Moving Castle. You're being cagey. What aren't you telling me?
I've told you everything you need to know. Going into more detail would just overcomplicate an otherwise very simple situation and make your job more difficult.
You're special now gives me flashbacks to Dan Bull's rap song on Fallout 4. My mind is so rotten. Oh. Oh yeah, because that's your special stats.
Not to sound like a broken record, but the less you know about her, the better things will go for all of us. I know.
Yeah, shut up.
Great. Now, if you don't mind, the whole world is waiting with bated breath for you to save it from ruin.
Proceed to the cabin.
A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says. Yes, don't believe a word she says. Just go in, take the knife, and do what you're supposed to. Wink.
Wink.
Did you just say wink out loud? No, I didn't. Wink.
Wink.
Just ignore this clown and focus on the
Wink.
princess.
Oh my god. Get it? Because you can't see him wink? Yeah, I get it, Mochi.
The interior of the cabin is less a
hello?
cozy woodland retreat and more like a dungeon. A few pathetic wisps of starlight attempt to illuminate the cold, uninviting stone walls, and thick, wrought iron bars barricade the windows, reminding anyone who enters that this is a prison. The only furniture of note is an iron table, bolted to the floor, a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
I'm gonna keep talking about the mirror.
He definitely did not. Does a mirror not count as furniture of note to you? Because it should.
There isn't a mirror. There's a table, the blade sitting on the table, and the door to the basement. There's nothing else in here.
Yes, let's kill her. Wink. Did you just say wink out loud? No, I didn't. Wink. Wink.
There's definitely a mirror. There isn't.
I think you know what we have to do.
Touch it.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. This really isn't funny.
Wipe the mirror clean.
You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall.
Yeah.
I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now. But it was
No,
there
but we
a
do
second
look
ago.
scaly.
And now it's gone. If he doesn't want us to know about it, it must be important. We should keep our eyes peeled.
You want the
Maybe he'll
table?
be back.
Doesn't look like a very nice, well, I guess it's a decent looking table. Excuse me. This whole cabin is different from last time.
Very different. Yes, but why? Did he change it? Or did it change all on its own? Maybe it's a different cabin entirely.
Now isn't that a novel thought? Maybe you haven't actually been here before. I hope this means you'll finally drop your ridiculous past life nonsense. You haven't died, and you certainly haven't been killed by the princess. So focus up. Don't get distracted by minor details.
Save.
You take the blade from the table. It will be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
Good idea. Much better to be armed than to go in with blind hope alone.
Yeah, fair.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing an old stone staircase. A few sputtering torches attempt to vaguely illuminate your path, dancing across glimmering patches of slimy moss on the stone steps. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor.
My current theory is that all the secondary voices are previous iterations of the hero, and the hero is being cloned in the second attempt in each run. That's interesting, but I think what's actually happening is that we are the monster, not the hero. And the voices, like the voice of the hero and the voice of the skeptic, are literally just that, voices in our heads. And we are just the monster killing the princess. Over and over and over again. Except we're trying to listen to the voices instead of the narrator and try to save her. At least in this particular run.
Her voice, harsh but controlled, carries up the stairs.
Is that a visitor I hear? Please, come downstairs. It's been a while since I've had company.
Does she remember us? You walk down the
Oh my
stairs
God.
and lock eyes with the princess. She looks up at you, the heavy collar around her neck clanking loudly as she moves. The chains binding both her wrists to the far wall, joining the metallic chorus as she adjusts her hands in her lap.
I've always been curious about this tiny little detail. There's always been a chain that's like not hooked up to anything. Like it's not even hooked up to her. Like even in the previous iteration, she only had one chain hooked onto her arm, and the other chain has just kind of been hanging there. So I'm wondering if we're supposed to do something with that at all. Maybe the extra chain is for you. Yeah, I know. That's what I'm wondering. Like we take the princess's place or something? And that's the only way that we stay alive with her. I don't know. I'm just theory crafting at this point because I haven't really seen anything. I haven't watched any playthroughs. I haven't seen any, like, anything else other than the trailer for this game.
So much for cutting her out of here.
Do you hear yourself right now? Cutting her out of here never should have been on the table.
Have you noticed the empty chain on the wall? Odd that in a place where everything seems to serve a distinct purpose, there would be something so obviously useless.
Yeah.
That was there last time too, wasn't it? It was.
What an interesting development. Why don't you have a seat? The two of us should chat before you bury that thing in my heart.
Safe! Not sure I need to do much of anything. You see how locked up she is? I'm just gonna leave her here. Need the princess in the basement. No, I'm gonna sit with her.
You step towards the princess, but she stops you before you get too close, holding up one shackled hand.
There's fine. I'd prefer we keep some distance until we've sorted this out.
That's
Alright, fair
reasonable.
enough.
We do have a weapon. Might as well put her at ease.
Sit where you were told to sit.
You do as she asks and sit on the floor, still a good distance away from her.
Thank you. Now, what are your intentions for me?
She's decked out on my lord. I know. She's got chains on her left and right wrists this time, and a chain around her neck. I can't imagine that's lightweight either, because those are metal chains, by the way. I've been here before. Am I the only one who remembers that?
Oh, are we acknowledging that? I thought we weren't going to give away the game. But yeah, I remember.
I guess what you said back in the woods really was true. As much as I would like to remain in denial, it's no use. This has complicated things.
That look, that's the look of someone who had killed. Yeah. As weird as it looks in this shot, that hanging chair might have been for her. That hanging chain might have been made for her other hand in the first attempt. Probably, yeah.
It's complicated things. How exactly?
She looks so done with life. Yeah. I can't imagine she'd be okay with this.
Ideally, this was supposed to be one and done. You go to the cabin, you heroically slay the princess, and in the process you save the entire world from being damned to oblivion. The situation right now, where you're getting a second shot at things, is a contingency. A contingency for what? For you failing, obviously. And you being here means that things are going to be a lot harder than they were. I really shouldn't say anything else, I'm just going to make it worse. Just good luck. Now hold on, if you knew this could happen, why didn't you believe us back in the woods? Why lay out all those hypotheticals? We didn't have to talk in circles. I needed you to believe this was your first time here, even if that wasn't the truth.
So even the narrator
If I pushed
knows.
back hard enough, I could cram this seeping mess back into the bottle. And maybe I wanted to be the first version of me that you met. I didn't want to be confronted by the alternative. That's pathetic. I never said I wasn't. I get it. It would be pretty upsetting, wouldn't it? To know that you might not be the first version of yourself. At least we can remember what happened before. Seems like we should count ourselves lucky for that. Exactly, he gets it. You're lucky. So don't waste that luck by messing it up again. Alright? Moving on. Why is it important for us to be ignorant? How is it ever helpful to be in the dark? The more I say, the more your mind will swim into dangerous waters. Even saying that is too much. Your success hinges on you having imperfect information. For the sake of the entire world, you need to accept that.
No, that sucks.
I won't. Fine.
but you won't get another word from me on the matter. Yeah, sure. We'll see about that. Just give it a rest, this isn't helping.
Focus. This is a serious situation. You shouldn't be daydreaming.
Oh, so we're daydreaming to her. You were asking about my intentions earlier. What did you mean by that?
Yes, your intentions. You have a knife. What are you going to do with it? Why are you here? There isn't a keyhole in these shackles, and I don't see any keys in your hands either. So I'm afraid my only way out is another surgical removal.
Is she forgetting about the shackle on her neck?
Or does she think she'd survive a beheading?
I don't know, she could probably be a Dullahan.
You're right. Maybe she's delusional. All the more reason not to trust her.
Unless she really could survive.
Wouldn't be the first time, wouldn't be the last time.
Though I suppose you could just be here to kill me. But I don't think that's in either of our best interests.
What happened after I died last time?
Nothing happened. You died. I went upstairs. I couldn't leave. I found myself in a new place in chains again. More of them. And now you're back.
Is that really all she knows?
It's not like we have much of a clue about how things work. And she's probably even more in the dark than we are.
Interesting.
You're looking at me like I might be hiding something. I'm not.
I guess it's possible she really doesn't know anything. Maybe both of us are stuck in this loop without any idea why or how.
How am I supposed to cut you out? You didn't notice your head is in a shackle too.
No. Like I trust you to come any closer with that knife. All you're going to do is hand it to me and watch me work.
But she would have to cut her head off, right? She can't be suggesting that.
She certainly seems confident. Maybe she knows something we don't.
Or maybe you should consider the most likely scenario. She's bluffing so she can disarm you.
Although it could be, like what we experienced with the demon version of her, where she literally couldn't die no matter how many times we tried to kill her. And how many times she tried to kill us as well.
Though if she isn't bluffing, whatever she has planned might be for her benefit alone. There's no guarantee that what's good for her is good for us.
So, what should we do?
I don't know. I'm just spelling out our options, listing the pros and cons.
Then let me help you. I'll start with the cons. If you're handing her your weapon, the cons are that she might use it to escape and end the entire world. And she might use it to kill you. That doesn't sound great. What about the pros? There are none.
The pros are that we can't trust him, possibly even more than we can't trust her. And whatever she has planned could do something to mess with what he has planned. Or maybe they're both screwing us over in their own ways.
Possible. Hey, Captain! The viewer attack probably didn't go off. I'm sorry about that. Let me see if I can reset it real quick. There we go. Takes out his bad puns notebook for a possible head joke. Oh my god. Yeah, welcome in, Captain. How's it going? I know it's been a while. How are you holding up? The other chain on the wall. Who is it for?
I don't know, but you could always try it on. Maybe it'll fit.
You're funny.
I hope I don't actually have to say this, but please don't lock yourself in chains. We need you ambulatory if you're going to save the world.
So no head? No. Let's save. I want to inspect the shackle.
I wouldn't do that if I were you.
Why not?
And why is that?
Do I even need to explain myself? It's a shackle and it's one without a key. Do you want to be stuck here like she is?
And what? Is it going to lock the second we put our wrist into it?
I don't know. Maybe it will.
Our wrist? How big is our wrist?
He doesn't want us to look at it. That's all the reason we need to investigate.
Lock yourself in. I like me a good... Oh my god. Probably look hot. Zero has a point. Oh my god. Oh my god. All of you want the collar. My god.
But what if he's telling the truth?
He isn't.
I am.
Inspect the shackle.
Against your better judgment, you approach the chain dangling from the far wall. The princess watches you with faux disinterest as you inspect it, though she can't fully hide her curiosity. I don't want to say what I'm supposed to say next.
What is that supposed to mean? It sounds bad. Is it bad?
Yes, it's bad.
Come out and say it then. You're just wasting time.
Fine. As you hoist the shackle, its heft shifts within your grasp, as if pulled by some odd magnetism. Before you can so much as blink, it practically leaps from your hands, snapping around your neck.
Well, guess we're here now.
And, as if your situation weren't bad enough, the same magnetism repels your blade, which is flung from your hand and sent skittering across the floor of the basement.
Excuse me?
I'm so confused. What is happening?
Yes? Are we stuck here now?
Sure. Become your own
Yes.
jailer.
Huh, so it does fit. And I guess it doesn't like your knife. We're stuck here together, aren't we? That's funny.
What are we supposed to do now?
Can't even cut ourselves out. Guess we'll starve.
Oh my god, yeah. If anything to indicate, if there's anything to indicate how submissive we are, is the fact that the collar just leaped from our hand and just just latched itself around our neck for us. And of course, it's a perfect fit. Perfect fit.
That's horrible.
It's not all bad. We learned a valuable piece of information.
Not to touch things we're specifically told not to touch.
No, that there's something special about this loose chain. It's clearly important.
Did you know that this was gonna happen to me?
No.
Huh. So we're both stuck here.
Yep.
Not one for small talk, are you?
Nope.
That's rude.
So, what do we do? Alright then.
You and the princess wait in silence, though neither of you knows what you're waiting for. But you're waiting for something. You're waiting for anything.
We are the bottom in this relationship. That's the real immutable truth. I'm thinking of that meme pic where a guy grips a Link plushie by the neck with extreme force. Oh yeah. I've seen the same thing with a Elmo with a Elmo thing. Talk to me, Elmo, whatever it was. I don't remember.
This is so boring.
There must be something we can do to get out of here. There must be something we're missing.
But there isn't. Time passes. It passes and passes and passes. And the basement of the cabin remains much the same. It is cold and silent.
At least the world is safe.
It isn't. You're stuck. Too far away from both the princess and your blade to do much of anything.
But she's not ending anything. She's just sitting there. Her very existence is a threat. It harms everything around it.
How exactly does that work?
It just does. But your line of questioning is interrupted by the passage of even more time. And after that, even more time passes again.
What a douche!
And let me guess, the cabin remains the same.
If time is passing, the cabin can't be the same. Even if the differences are small, they have to exist. That's just how things work.
I suppose you're correct. Things are changing.
Are they?
The differences are small at first, a bit of weathering here, a bit of erosion there, but then they get larger and larger.
I noticed the basement is changing.
I don't like small talk, remember?
Still rude.
Alright, continue to bite. Oh yeah, it's just gradually eroding.
The cabin continues to change. The decay comes faster now. You can see earth through holes in the stonework, can watch lichen spread along the seams of the walls.
Yeah.
That doesn't make sense. Has our entire concept of time changed? What happened to starving? We should have died by now if the rocks around us are starting to erode.
Yeah, that's weird.
She hasn't starved.
I guess she hasn't.
Oh.
Even more silent time passes as you watch roots push themselves through the increasingly porous walls of the basement. Dirt seeps inside, flowing across the stone floor like a liquid, covering the ground and threatening to swallow you both. Time continues to pass, and pass, and pass, until suddenly, there are no walls. And then...
Oh?
And?
I think he's gone.
Would you look at that? We made it out of the cabin, and nothing bad had to happen to either of us.
Yippee!
So this is the outside world. It's cold.
God dang it! But you do not get the chance to respond, nor will you ever. It's time to leave. Memory returns. Ah! Darn it! I'm trying not to get back here. I'm trying to save the princess.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
Now I'm thinking of that meme where the traumatized Elmo watches his puppet self getting armed in the background. Oh my god. Yeah, neither of us aged, so we're basically immortal. Maybe? I don't know.
What is that supposed to mean? Whatever awful thing I felt before, it feels so much worse now.
No, that can't be right. There has to be something more.
Approach the mirror. You approach the mirror, gaze into your reflection. Silence. As you reach forward, they're gone once again. Mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. There's nothing. You are nothing at all. But that isn't right. You can't be nothing. There's a crow. You refocus your gaze and then you see it. A figure, faint and veiled in shadow, just beyond your reflection. Are you me?
I think you know what I am.
Narrator? Ooh. What? A crack slides down the center of the mirror, splitting the image in the glass in two. And another crack forms, and another, turning the mirror into jagged shards of broken glass. Oh my god, don't blink at me. That's weird. So you're the narrator. I was wondering if I'd ever get to see you.
The narrator, yes. I suppose that's my job, isn't it? You needed help after all, an objective voice to guide your blade. But you were never supposed to see me. I wonder how many worlds you've damned to extinction to fall this far.
Yeah! Jesus, fuck. That's so loud. That's so loud and it scared the crap out of me. Oh. If narrator is a metaphor, he would be the grime of the mirror that conceals your view. Maybe. Could be. What are you? Are you something like me?
Oh, I'm nothing like you. I'm an echo. Likely one of many. Somebody made you after all, and I'm what's left of him. Not that I'm the only one who can make that claim. I'm sure you've met many others like me.
Stop. Oh my god, there's so much to go through. Others like you. You've said something like that before. Has every narrator really been different?
Of course. That is by both necessity and design. This construct you're in exists in many places at once. Anytime you failed, anytime you thought yourself dead, it would restart and shut both your consciousness and hers into another world. But you'll be awake soon. And then it won't be able to work like that anymore.
Stop being so loud! Do you have anything to say for yourself? For all of this hubris?
I do. The people out there are real. No matter what you do to them, no matter what you enable, I want you to remember that.
Good God. Yeah, if you want to see more weird, crazy stuff happening like this, definitely hit that subscribe button and that follow button if you're on Twitch. If you're on YouTube, hit the subscribe button and hit the like button, so... I don't know, man. Just show a little support, I guess. After everything you've done to us, do you think anyone deserves to live?
Nobody alive has done anything to you. I'm all gone. But if you and the princess want to smite the rest of them for the crimes of a dead man, if you really want to be that petty, there isn't much I can do to stop you.
I have so many questions for you.
Then ask them, and make it quick. I won't last for long now that you can see me.
Does it hurt when pieces of you break off like that?
It doesn't hurt. I don't feel pain. Not physically.
Darn it. I've got 4 more questions to ask. So you do know about the looping. So many of the times I met you, you denied it as even being a possibility. Why did you lie to me?
Any other version of me you talked to was just that. A version of me. It wasn't me. As to why they lied, perhaps they thought that admitting to it would have pushed you to certain realizations that would have made finishing your task impossible. Maybe they were just in denial. I'm sure many of them were convinced that they had to be the first version of them that you'd encountered. Anything else would have been too existentially unpleasant. And for all I know, each of those other versions of me could have had entirely different understandings of how this construct works. Who's to say which of them are right and which of them are wrong, really? Except for me. I can tell you for a fact that I'm right. Soon I'll be gone entirely, and you'll be left alone with your final choice. So allow me to make my final request. The princess contains death itself within her, but I wove you into being with all the power you need to destroy her forever. Do it. Slay her, and rid the world of death and suffering.
Okay, that's not fair. You got rid of 2 pieces like that. That's not fair. gonna save for this final question. And what is my true identity?
You're the Long Quiet, the god I made to rid the world of death.
Wait, so I'm the Long Quiet? What? I haven't decided what I'm going to do yet. I still have to see what she thinks about all this.
I've said my piece, and my time is up. It's like I said, I'm just an echo, and echoes always fade away. You know what you have to do.
As the final fragment of glass shatters, you see yourself with newfound clarity. The narrator was right. You are the Long Quiet. A vast and nascent god. And it is finally time for you to wake up. All of this is you. Proceed to the cabin one last time. To think we are big enough to be a location. Yeah, right? When you arrive at the heart of things, there is no final vessel for you to bear witness to. There is nothing for you to find. Oh. Oh, God! Oh, my God. Ugh! Ah! What the heck?
I can finally see you, and you can finally see me.
Ugh.
It's been so long, and my heart has ached for this moment. I've missed you dearly.
Save. I've missed you too. She unfurls an endless cascade of smiles in response, and then patiently waits for you to continue. Do you know about the echo? Did you hear our conversation?
Every word you spoke found its way to me. I know him, and I know his construct. He was deluded by his fear of death. Pay him no mind.
I mean, I guess technically it is blurred itself out, because there's... I don't know. This looks like it was taken straight from Blasphemous. We, the Long Quiet, represent eternity, stagnancy. I'm the Long Quiet, but I don't really know what that means.
Names are their attempts to capture that which cannot be captured. They call me the Shifting Mound, a pale imitation of what I actually am.
The Shifting Mound. Okay. So what happens now?
Ever the passive player, always reacting and never acting. But it's woven into your nature, isn't it? When the echo spun us from one into two, he gave you a choice and me a role to play. I am not death, but I contain it in my multitudes. So, will you attempt to destroy me and bring about a world devoid of death and the possibility of meaning? Or will you open the final doors to our liberation?
Don't you have a say in all this? Why is this all falling on me?
Of course I have a say in all of this. You and I share reflections of each other's burdens, just as you and I share reflections of each other's gifts. If we didn't, the winding paths that brought us here wouldn't have been full of strife and conflict.
She, the Shifting Mound, is transformation, for most of it. infinity. They ebb and flow. There's so many stories we've left unfinished. Can we really just leave?
Even as your eyes begin to open, you still hold on to the notions of is and is not, of beginning and end. Pitch black islands in the blinding light of the infinite. There is nothing to resolve, nothing restraining us but us.
Oh my gosh. You were always going to become this. Then what was the point of me doing anything? Did it even matter what roads I walked if all of them would have led to this moment?
If you're saying that, it's because you don't yet understand. But we cannot use words alone to grasp at things that words cannot express. And you cannot rationalize with logic that which defies it. Violence and passion are dances that both of us know well.
Ah, dang it.
If this is what it takes to enlighten you, then so be it.
Ah!
To question everything is to deny the truth in front of you. By believing in your suffering, you make your suffering real. By believing in your limitations, you placed a shackle on your neck.
Dang it.
Bound for eternity, you saw the need for impermanence, and it was through that need that you carved our freedom. Without impermanence, the suffering of living things is infinite. Would you strip my gifts away and leave everyone to suffer in the dark?
Oh my god. You speak about life and death and change and stagnation, but that isn't what any of this has been about. Oh my gosh, I feel like I have to save every time I do anything now. Address this vessel's statement directly. That would be torture.
It would. Our purpose is to be and to experience, and their purpose is the same. To be permanent is to cease. To be paused is to be trapped.
No, Jesus. Ugh.
Your life
Ow.
takes a stake into your body, and another, and another, and another. Do I miss your heart because I can't stand to see it go? Love melted into skepticism, and you pulled back layer after layer after layer, until all you were left with was the knowledge that you did not know me. You sought the truth then. Will you hide from it, now that it is within your grasp?
I don't want to hide from the truth.
Then don't. Believe me, there's no need for you to fight what we are.
I won't leave with you. Not until you see things from my perspective.
If you need more time to open your eyes, then I will give you all the time in the world.
Jesus.
There is no beginning, there is no end.
And there is no
There is only
end.
the flood of
There
bodies.
is only the
In
flood
every
of
moment you hold
bodies.
every possible
Every
sensation at
moment
once,
you
and
hold
then you
every
hold them all
possible
again.
sensation at once, and then you hold them all again.
But in the end, you reflected it back at me. For a brief moment, both of us were everything. We can be everything again. We can weave a beautiful and endless song.
To be everything at once is the same as being nothing at all. Why would either of us want that?
Here is where words fail us. So long as we both exist, we will always be distinct. The only thing to fear is a reality without me.
The sensation of bleeding and sweating and breaking and mending and dying and living comes back in vivid color. You feel the shame of 100 deaths and the pride of 100 conquests. All of the peaks and valleys weaving themselves into a single tapestry, free of beginning and free of end. Do you remember when we killed each other with such fervent passion that death itself no longer sat on our shoulders?
It was meaningless. Neither of us could truly win. It was unnecessary. We could have worked together to build something better.
But for us, what was better? For me, there was no better end. I lost myself in an artistry so profound that it lifted both of us into something greater. And upon a web of nerves, the shade of a beautiful beginning we can never return to. You knew me, and I knew you, even more than either of us know each other now, and you chose to be a part of that weave. And when the tapestry was undone, you struck at my heart. You saw me as a part of you to be excised, but in the desire for excision, you made yourself whole. Will you still be whole if you destroy me?
I don't want to destroy you. I just want to do what's right.
Do not neglect yourself in your quest to serve others. All things are connected through me and through you. To harm yourself is to harm everything.
As the clash between you abates, you begin to shake, your will rapidly dissolving.
Nothing is immutable. Everything that is exists only in relation to everything it isn't. There is no constant. There is no center. Open your eyes and accept what we are. We can leave this prison together.
Save. It's easy to believe in the things you believe in when you get to sit above it all.
It is from my vantage point that I can see the totality of truth.
What do you think happens if we leave here?
This universe dies, and a new one is born. And that one dies, and a new one is born. And you and I get to witness it all, weaving a tapestry of life wherever we go.
Oh my gosh. You've done everything you can to make me understand your perspective, but you keep dismissing mine. If you think you can change me, then I must be able to change you.
What I offer you is not perspective. It is truth.
Whatever you're trying to do right now, you don't have to do it alone.
Hero! And which hero are you?
All of them? I assume in the same way that you're all of you.
got no idea how good it is to hear you, buddy. Hero's back. Hero's back to save the day.
After all the times you told me that mirror was going to kill me, I'm genuinely surprised you missed me. But we don't have to get into all that. I'm here now. That's what matters. She's too many things all at once out here. If you want to get through to her, you need some way to get through all of that divine confidence. There's still a piece of me nestled close to where it all began. I can take you there. I can take you to her heart.
It's time to resume our dance.
She's relentless, isn't she? Let's make this quick. Are you ready?
I'm ready. But first we save.
Then let's go.
Up. 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 The cabin.
And here we are. I'd say we were back where it all started, but I guess it's a little after that, isn't it?
Sure. You can still see the bodies, her forms out the windows.
Do you need me to describe things?
Is the narrator really gone?
Yeah, it's dead silent in here. Whatever it was that was left of him, I don't think it could handle you waking up to godhood. Pretty sure he got obliterated.
Is it just you and me? Did anyone else make it to the cabin?
It's just us. I think the rest of them are still out there, jumbled up in the rest of her.
It's funny. After everything he put us through, I'm kind of sad to see him go.
Yeah, it's complicated. He put us through hell, but he's been part of us since the very beginning, hasn't he?
Maybe now you can truly save her? Maybe. Was that blade ever done for us, really? It's just a tool of violence at this point. Could be. The offer still stands. Could you describe the cabin to me? For old time's sake.
Yeah, of course. The interior of the cabin is, well, it's a cabin, yeah? There isn't much here, just a table and a knife and a door. And some windows. There's no mirror, either. I think you broke it.
Yeah. Whoops.
And I know you're still trying to find some middle ground, but if things go south, we're going to need that blade. That's probably for the best. It's always seemed to give us more options than not.
Yeah.
The stairs. Do you remember the first time we were here? The first time we heard her voice?
I don't know what you want for us.
She sounded just like that. Timid and gentle. Only she didn't know us. And down we go. We shouldn't keep her waiting.
Yeah.
What's that knife for? Have you changed your mind? Are you going to kill me? What if we just talk for a bit? Maybe we can figure this out.
Sit with her. I don't want to be a god.
I don't think I want that either.
Are you the same as you are out there?
I don't feel the same. I feel smaller.
I don't want to hurt anyone. There has to be a way out of this.
I don't think there's a way out, but maybe there doesn't have to be an ending. I'm able to do the things you believe me to be able to do. So make me put it all back. Help me fix the Echo's construct and make us both forget. Help me send us back to the beginning, before we woke up, before either of us saw the truth.
Can she really do that? Are you sure that's what you want?
Would resetting it do anything to help them? The people out there? If you continue to exist, then don't they continue to die and suffer?
If you can believe this helps them, then it will help them, right?
We're gonna find ourselves back here eventually.
And when we do, we'll make the same choice. We'll choose to forget, and we'll reset everything, again.
If we're talking about this right now, how do we know we haven't done this before?
Maybe we have done all of this before. Maybe we're supposed to do this forever.
Princess looks so different from when we first met her. Still beautiful. Yeah. How do you know that things won't end worse? What if, when I make my way back here, I'm different and I hurt you? What if I kill you? What if I let you bring about the end of everything?
None of that will happen, because you'll still be you, and I'll still be me.
But how do you know that? We'd have to decide to do this every single time. Forever. Eventually something is going to be different.
I know because it doesn't matter how many times we've hurt each other. I've never stopped caring about you.
Aww. I don't want to spoil, but I'm getting some serious vibes to Vomitorium. Game ends almost the same way when I look at it that way. Interesting.
And if you feel the same, then everything is going to be okay.
This isn't fair. I don't want to be here with you. I want to be here with you. I don't want to be alone again.
But you won't be alone for long. I'll be right here, waiting for you.
I don't want to forget you.
I don't want to forget you either. But unless we do this, you'll have to choose, right now, between me and everyone else.
Is there any other way?
I think you brought that knife down here for a reason. It has to be a part of how this ends.
Okay then. Let's do it. I believe in us.
Okay, if this is your choice, then we're doing it. I guess I'll see you on the other side. She takes the blade from our hand. She raises her gentle eyes to ours, a fondness in her gaze.
I love you.
Everything is going to be okay. I love you too.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Okay. I don't know the ending of Slay the Princess nor the rest of its endings, but Vomitorium kind of implies that whatever you did at the end is neither the first nor the last time you did it. Yeah, because it's like an endless cycle. Although, knowing that we still have our saves, I am kind of curious to like, what would happen if we did slay her? I'm not gonna do it yet, at least, but silently continue to the cabin. Oh. Damn. Our song finished the game. The good ending doesn't count. Thank you so much for playing. As an expression of our gratitude, here's the track order for a special playlist just for you. If you'd like to take a screenshot, you can hide the UI by hitting H. Sure. I can't do it. Oh, there we go. Oh, wait, oops. Hold up. There we go. Just this screen. Heck of a plot twist. Screaming, crying, thinking about Princesses, how much she still loved us. Seems like the bad ending. Maybe. Play our other game. Scarlet Hollow. Never even heard of this game. Coal mines sealed off after a deadly collapse. Strange creatures preying on livestock. Houses infested with vengeful spirits. The sleepy town of Scarlet Hollow has suddenly come alive with horrors. Just in time for your arrival. It was supposed to be a quiet getaway in the rural mountains of North Carolina. All you had to do was finally meet your long-lost cousin and comfort her through her mother's funeral. But now, each new day welcomes new nightmares. You only have to survive a week, but you may not make it make it to the end in one piece. Scarlet Hollow is an immersive horror mystery with should probably shut it. Scarlet Horror is an immersive horror mystery with sharp writing, impactful choices, and meticulously hand-drawn art from award-winning graphic novelist Abby Howard. It's been released across 7 episodes. The first 3 are available now for you to play, with the remaining episodes to follow as free updates as we finish them. Interesting. I might actually check this out. It's on sale. Add to cart. Interesting. Man, oh man, oh man. Well, it was definitely an ending. For sure. There's definitely some funny and weird achievements. God, there's still so many achievements. There's 97 in total, and we've unlocked 20. My goodness. I kind of want to keep playing through it. Oh. Oh. All right then. That's lovely. I hate it. Yeah, this is definitely a very, very well sketched art style. Very well done. And it's very unnerving. Ugh. No more jump scares. Yeah. Oh, I'm kind of just... Ugh, excuse me. I'm kind of content to just leave this game here and just talk about my thoughts on it, as it were. I'm definitely going to continue to play this. Just to see, like, the different endings. And different ways that we mess up, I guess. But going into this game completely blind, I think is like super disarming and super strange. Honestly, fair, the game could be exhausting in one sitting. Yeah, sure is. Yeah, because I was talking to Xira about this game the other day, and like, just everything about this game, just like, even in the earlier stages, kind of pointed to you and the princess, like, being connected in some way, shape, or form. And apparently we were, because we were the same being, apparently. That's what I think the narrator was telling us. Excuse me. Because, like, we are connected. The princess and whatever we, the player character, are supposed to be. Yeah. You're very scary. And just the different ways that we've sort of sacrificed the different emotions, I guess. Or the different vessels, I should say. It was just like, and just feeding these particular vessels to Sorry, what was she get? What was her name again? It was Shifting Mound. There it is. Just feeding all these different vessels to the Shifting Mound was definitely going to have an effect on how we were going to eventually approach her. I guess technically her. Because she was absorbing all the different princesses. So I think naturally it would be either a she, her, or an it. We call her Shifty to make it easier. Oh, okay. Excuse me. But yeah, just everything about this game, from the storytelling to the narrator pretending to not know any of this, or the different versions of the narrator that pretended not to know what was going on. Like the writing, the characters. Excuse me. The different voices in your head. Of like the hero, the broken, the smitten, the skeptic, the contradictor, whatever. Like, all these different voices were very well thought out. And very reactive to whatever decisions you made in the previous run. Like, I'm curious. Like, eventually, I'm going to try to do another run of this eventually, but I'm gonna give it a break for now because we got some Resident Evil 3 to get to. Mr. Smitten, aka Simp or Romeo. Yeah. But everything about this is definitely something that everybody should go into blind the first time. Or even if they don't go in blind, like, they definitely should be allowed to experience everything firsthand. Like, I do encourage you guys to go out and like, check this game out for yourselves and try to reach the different endings like I'm going to. Like, I don't think I'll get all the endings, because there's just so many. And like, even the different routes that we did take, like, there's multiple different versions. Like, I can already see 2 more outcomes just from, like, the demon version of the princess. Like, wow. Very interesting. Very interesting. But yeah. I think that's gonna be it for Slay the Princess for now. Again, we are going to come back to Slay the Princess, but we need a break from Miss Break the World and break our minds. Because just wow. Excuse me. So good, so good. So what now? Well, for next Wednesday, for more horror stuff, we're gonna be diving into Resident Evil 3, the remake. But I'm gonna call it here for now. Oh my gosh. The Witch, the Adversary, the Beast, the Damsel, the Nightmare, the Prisoner, the Razor, the Spectre, the Stranger, and the Tower, and the Witch. What the heck? Huh. Interesting. Yeah, I'm definitely curious about the different versions of the princess. Like, we encountered the Beast, we encountered the Damsel, the Adversary, the Prisoner, the Stranger. But yeah, there's still various different versions of the princess that we have yet to encounter, and we will do that in time. There are 2 of me in the Pokemon box. Are there? Oh yeah, so there are. Flare. Thank you for streaming today. It was a treat to see you stream after your break. Yeah, it's nice to be back, for sure. Should try getting the Stranger first next time. I will see what I can do. But yeah. That's Slay the Princess for now. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you haven't already, make sure you're hitting that subscribe button if you're on YouTube, or hitting that follow button on Twitch. Either way, I hope you'll hit that bell button so that you're notified of whenever I go live. If you'd like to come hang out in the Discord and give me some tips, some different tricks, or for Slay the Princess, different options of paths to follow, you can always do that. Or you can always drop down some fan art if you'd like, or show off some music that you're into. All that. If you would like to do that. If you'd like to support me outside of Twitch and YouTube, there's always the Patreon, where for as little as $1 a month you can subscribe. Or if you're not into subscriptions, there's always the Buy Me a Coffee link right up there, where you can scan the QR code and go to buymeacoffee.com/artifox and donate however many coffees you'd like. It's not mandatory for watching the stream. It's just a little support to throw my way, if that's what you're into. But yeah, that's about it. Let's see who we can raid. We haven't raided anybody for a good while. Let's see. Oh, whoops. Excuse me. Sorry. Let's see. Ooh. Ooh, nice. Oh man, so many people doing so many awesome things. Thanks for the stream. This was great. Absolutely. Thank you for the stream. No problem. It's always a pleasure to stream for you guys. If you just leave at the beginning, then you'll get a different outcome. Oh yeah? Well, we shall try that out next time. Next time we play Slay the Princess. Let's go ahead and raid Rico and Taco. They're working on some Sonic comic writings. That looks very fun. Oh yeah! Oh my god, I forgot. Yeah, it was Sonic's birthday the other day. Sonic is 33 years old. Holy crap. Man, oh man. And also Markiplier is 35. That was his birthday the other day as well. Oh my gosh. So much stuff happened while I was gone. And I couldn't really talk about it because I forgot to talk about it. Ah! It's fine. We're gonna raid Rico and Taco. So, thanks again for watching, everybody. And I will see you guys on Friday for where we're gonna dive back into Dragon's Dogma 2. And hopefully start to get all the maesters again. And not just gain their approval. We'll see. But thanks again. And I'll see you then. Bye-bye, everybody. Bye. Bye, everybody. Bye. Bye-bye now. Bye, everybody. Gosh, it's so good to be back to streaming. Bye, everybody. Have a great day and stay awesome. Bye.